Hi, my name is Lynn. With this video, I hope to reach out and help others by talking about ALS, which is amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. The recent Ice Bucket Challenges and the movie about Stephen Hawking, The Theory of Everything, have been great for bringing this issue to the public. ALS is a horrible, horrific disease, and hopefully we will soon find a cure. My mom had ALS. What happens with ALS is that the motor neurons that send messages via nerve impulses from the brain and spinal cord to the muscles to get them to contract and work stop functioning. And without the nerve impulses to trigger the muscles to move and respond, the muscles get weaker, they atrophy, and they waste away. In about 75% of ALS patients, the symptoms start in their limbs, in their arms and legs. So those are the areas that get weaker and atrophy first. In about 25% of ALS patients, like my mom, it starts in the bulbar area, which means the mouth and tongue. For those patients, the first symptoms are losing the ability to speak, chew, and swallow. My mom's first symptom was her speech slowing down. Her speech deteriorated until it became garbled and impossible to understand. She then found it hard to chew, and she could only eat soft food. When she started choking and having trouble swallowing, and she lost too much weight, she was put on a feeding tube, which is a tube that goes from outside the abdomen to the stomach. She was fed by pouring nutrients directly into this tube, which went then directly into her stomach. My dad used to put her medications into an envelope, and he would take a hammer and pound the medications into a powder, and then he would pour that powder down the tube with some water. Then my mom started falling, injuring herself several times. Each time I saw her, she would have new bruises and bandages. The last time she fell, she fractured her hip and needed a partial hip replacement. The surgery went well, but while in the hospital, she contracted MRSA, which is an infection that is very difficult to get rid of, and she never did get rid of it. She died shortly after that in April of 2009 at the age of 81. Most ALS patients die within 2 to 5 years from the time of diagnosis. For my mom, she died about 3 years from the time of her diagnosis. I think the hardest thing for my mom was the inability to speak and communicate easily. She was smart, intelligent, and thoughtful. She had an opinion about anything and everything, and she loved to talk to people. And now here she was, trapped inside a body that would not let her speak. She could not even tell people how she was feeling in order to get the emotional support that she desperately needed. So I learned a few things along the way, which I would like to share with you. 1, please know that you are not alone. Whatever it is, whatever you are experiencing or dealing with, there are others who have similar experiences, circumstances, or issues and can understand. Reach out to others, find a support group, ask for help from friends or family, and allow people to help you. 2, you are not your body, your hair, your struggle, your difficulty, your illness, your disease. Whatever happens, you are still the beautiful, intelligent, thoughtful, magnificent, loving, caring, worthwhile, valuable person inside. Always remember that. Please always stay in touch with that. 3, no matter what happens, and we all have difficulties, life can be so difficult at times, please find and do something every day that brings you joy and makes you smile. Yes, there are times to hurt or cry or be angry or grieve, but please don't let that be all there is. Please find something every day that brings you joy or makes you smile. You deserve to be happy. We all deserve to be happy. I wrote a book about my mom's experience with ALS. The story brings you right into our lives and into our hearts, and it's a very personal view of this difficult illness. The book also offers insight and suggestions for dealing with any type of progressive or debilitating illness. The title is Ruthie, A Family Struggle with ALS. This is a copy of the book. I am donating a portion of all the proceeds from the sale of this book to the ALS Association for Research for a Cure. ALS is a progressive, horrendous, debilitating disease. My heart goes out to anyone touched by this. Let's find a cure as soon as possible. Much love to each one of you, and I wish all of you peace. Thank you.